Hello and welcome everyone. In this episode of Prelims Ki Baat, today we are going to discuss about the PYQs of science and technology that were asked in the CSE paper of 2022. I would like to highlight that from this single topic of science and tech, there were around 10 to 15 questions that you can say that were from science and tech. So this much questions were there from science and tech, so we need to prepare so that we can get good marks in the prelims exam and qualify for the mains. Most times we feel that science and tech is a scattered subject which do not have a single source. But I would be telling you in this video that we do have a source for science and tech to ensure that all the 15 questions that are appearing in the exam, we are able to get them correct. And also most importantly, I will be discussing the common sense approach for science and tech questions that is required to solve the questions in prelims, because of all the subjects, the logical reasoning and science and tech based reasoning approach we would be find useful in these questions of science and tech. If we apply our common sense, if we apply our general observation skills, we would be able to approach the correct answer. Here I would show you with the help of questions from the PYQs. Look at this question. With reference to Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission, consider the following statements. So we are here talking about Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission. Suppose you have not studied it. Let us look at the statements and try to solve it. Private and public hospitals must adopt it. So the word here is mentioned is must, which says a very strong suggestions that these public and private hospitals must adopt it, and a government policy cannot be so much forcefully on every private hospital, because we have large number of private hospitals in the country. बहुत छोटे छोटे private hospitals भी होते हैं, बहुत छोटे clinics भी होते हैं जिनके लिए ये टेक्नोलॉजिकली feasible नहीं है कि वो इस एकदम इस मिशन को अडॉप्ट कर लें और एकदम इस प्रोग्राम को अडॉप्ट कर दें. तो इसलिए must is a wrong statement. Must word makes this first statement wrong, and if you can say that the first statement is wrong, you will arrive at your correct answer, that is B, 3 only. So this shows the use of common sense, because we can gauge that every private hospital, why should it be forced in one go, in a single go? Why should we force every private hospital? Let us look at another question. With reference to India, consider the following statements. Monazite is a source of rare earth. Suppose monazite is a element or compound or something which you are not aware of, but you can answer it. Monazite contains thorium. We don't know. It may be true or it may not be true. Monazite occurs naturally in entire Indian coastal sands in India. So, India has such a long coast of over 7,500 kilometers. In all this coast of India, there would be the presence of monazite sands. So this statement look very much far-fetched, that whole of this coast which I have shown you in the graph in the map of India, it has thorium. So entire word is making this statement wrong, that entire coast of India sand cannot have the monazites or thorium for that matter. So monazites are not entirely available, and if you eliminate this third statement, you have your answer, that 1, 2 and 4 are correct. Further, which of the following are built on top of the open source digital platforms? So not just common sense, but you need to be aware of the platforms of the emerging technologies that are being used in various schemes of the government, in various measures that the government is taking for ease of living. And all these technologies I have discussed with you in a science and technology course that I would be taking up for this year's prelims. I would be discussing the emerging technologies, the PYQ based themes that often get repeated, the obscure questions of science and tech, for example polar code, for example on fractional orbital bombardment system, or the advancements by ISRO in the space technology, or developments in the nanotechnology, which are often favorite areas of UPSC to ask questions. And I would be discussing the previous year questions as well. Along with that, in the Science and Technology course, you will also be provided a full length test wherein you can use your skills that you have gained over the course to implement it and prepare yourself better for the prelims exam. Once you enroll for the course, you will get the content. The content part would be sorted for you. You will have a single one-point source, and I would be there to mentor you for this year's prelims. So you will be able to give a much needed boost to your preparation. And all these questions like these and even more, you would be able to solve them based on your learnings from the Science and Technology course that we have brought about. So answer for this would be all the four are based on open source digital platforms. Then there is a technology Web 3.0, which again I have discussed in my Science and Tech course in a great detail. I have even discussed Web 4.0 and Web 5.0. So we have discussed even further technologies which can be asked in future prelims questions. So this question I am leaving up to you. Once you attend the course, you get hold of Web 3.0 technology, you will be able to answer this question on your own. So I am leaving this question for you to find out answer after you have enrolled in the Science and Tech course. Let us see another question, biofilms. Although we have discussed biofilms in our course, suppose you are not able to recall that particular matter, that particular content that was provided to you. So what you can do is you can use certain common sense to arrive at the correct answer. Let me show you how. Biofilms can form on medical implants within human tissues. So we do not know whether this is correct or not. So biofilms can form on food and food processing surfaces, and biofilms can exhibit antibiotic resistance. So all these statements are showing a possibility. These are using the word can. So can word shows a possibility. In first question that we discussed in the video was must. That was a compulsory thing. But here we are discussing about a possibility. So if you do not observe certain extreme things that a technology would be able to do, otherwise technology always has certain possibilities open. And it is very difficult for the examiner to tell that this technology will not be able to do this. For example, a certain technology is invented and the name is given in the question and it says that it can detect earthquake 10 days before it is happening. So it is a very rare thing that a technology at current scale of development would be able to detect an earthquake 10 days prior. So you can definitely go with the common sense, go with your observation skills and can mark all these three as correct. All the statements in this question is correct because these represent possibilities that biofilms can do certain things. So your observation skills and your common sense will come to your rescue. But that too only after you have taken the course, you have done your hard work, you have done your sweating in the practice, and you know certain things, you know this element of content that is there. You know the common sense also should be backed by knowledge, and that knowledge you should be gaining from the Science and Technology course that I have brought about for you. Another question we look at is about probiotics. So probiotics are made of both bacteria and yeast. So it is very difficult for someone to claim that so and so bacteria is not used or any bacteria is not used in making of probiotics. So yes, probiotics can be made of both bacteria and yeast. Then organisms in probiotics are found in foods that we ingest, but they do not naturally occur in the gut. So the statement is trying to tell that they are in the food that we eat, but they do not naturally occur in the gut. In the human gut, there are lot of bacteria, lot of enzymes present for helping in the better digestion of the food. So it is very difficult for anybody to claim that probiotics are not naturally occurring in the gut. So this makes this statement wrong. And when you make this statement wrong, you will eliminate two of the options. So probiotics help in digestion of milk sugars. So nobody would be able to claim that probiotics cannot help in digestion of milk sugars. So this statement again would be a correct statement. and then you come to your answer, that is C 1 and 3. So this way you use your knowledge plus your observation skills plus your logical reasoning and plus your common sense. So all these things when used in a tandem will lead to you reaching the correct answer in the prelims exam hall. So in order to build this temperament, you should enroll for the Eklavya ACE test series program, wherein you get to use these skills every day over the 40 days, and you will see a gradual incremental improvement in your way of tackling multiple choice questions for prelims exam. Because every day you will be in an exam atmosphere in our exam hall, and you will be able to use your common sense on a daily basis. You will be training your mind and body to solving these questions, even to those questions which you have not heard about, which you have not known about. And very special feature of Eklavya ACE is that it has science and tech portion, IRN mapping portion, geography, modern history, medieval history, everything is combined in one single test paper. So it is like appearing for prelims every day before appearing for the final prelims, that is on 25th of May 2025. And also CSAT has been included in the Eklavya ACE program to give your preparation a holistic nature so that we do not fail in CSAT. तो आपका CSAT भी नहीं रुकेगा, इसलिए हमने इंश्योर किया है कि रोज 5 सवाल आपके साथ एकलव्य एस के टेस्ट में आपको जीएस के साथ ही सॉल्व करने को दिए जाएंगे. Next, we move on to the non-fungible tokens. So consider the following statements regarding non-fungible tokens. I have discussed non-fungible tokens in a great detail in the science and technology course. I have also discussed the decentralized non-fungible tokens and the difference between non-fungible tokens and decentralized non-fungible tokens. So it can be asked in the upcoming prelims. So they enable digital representation of physical assets. They are unique cryptographic tokens that exist on blockchain. They can be traded or exchanged at equivalency and therefore can be used as a medium of commercial transactions. So, looking at this, we are able to find, based on the knowledge that you will gain after my course of science and technology, you will be able to say that statement number 3 is an incorrect statement and the answer to this is A, 1 and 2. But this would be when you prepare the course contents, you revise the material that is given to you, you develop your skills on a daily basis to find the correct answer by enrolling in the Eklavya ACE program, and you will be able to do well in your upcoming prelims. Another question we look at, DNA barcoding can be a tool too. So now we are asking the applications of DNA barcoding to assess the age of the plant or animal, distinguish among species that look alike, identify undesirable animal or plants in the processed food. So DNA barcoding के जब आप applications देखेंगे तो आपको पता चलेगा that it cannot be used to assessing the age of an plant or animal, and the answer would be D, that is it is used to distinguish among the species that are looking alike and it can identify undesirable animal or plant materials. Then again we further see a question on nanoparticles, and this question also you will be able to solve from your common observation skills, from your common sense, from your gained knowledge that you would have acquired up till now. So other than those made by humans, nanoparticles do not exist in nature. तो हम जब स्पेस टेक्नोलॉजी में देखेंगे कोर्स में, साइंस एंड टेक वाले कोर्स में, तो स्पेस टेक्नोलॉजी में बहुत टाइप के नैनो मटेरियल्स, नैनो पार्टिकल्स नेचुरली एग्जिस्ट करते हैं, हम ये देखेंगे. तो हम जो है इस स्टेटमेंट को गलत कर पाएंगे, इस स्टेटमेंट को कह पाएंगे कि दिस इज अ रॉन्ग स्टेटमेंट बिकॉज नैनो पार्टिकल्स विल एग्जिस्ट इन नेचर ऑन देयर ओन. And second statement, nanoparticles of some metallic oxides are used to manufacture of some cosmetics. ये पॉइंट, ये डिस्कशन मैंने क्लियरली अपने नैनो टेक्नोलॉजी वाले लेक्चर में डिस्कस किया था, आप लोगों को ध्यान होगा जिन्होंने वो अटेंड किया था. Some metallic oxides are used in the cosmetics through the use of nanoparticles, and nanoparticles of some commercial products will enter the environment are unsafe for humans. तो ये वाला जो चीज है, ये वाली जो स्टेटमेंट है वो अनसेफ फॉर ह्यूमंस है, एंड दिस इज इंक्लूडिंग द एस्पेक्ट्स ऑफ एनवायरनमेंट, द बायो एक्यूमुलेशन एंड बायोमैग्निफिकेशन के कॉन्सेप्ट जब आपके क्लियर होंगे तो आप इस स्टेटमेंट को कह पाओगे दैट यस दिस स्टेटमेंट इज करेक्ट एंड यू वुड बी रीचिंग योर आंसर एज डी। तो आपने कोर्स मटेरियल ढंग से करना है, आपने एकलव्य एस के टेस्ट ढंग से करने हैं। आई वुड बी अवेलेबल टू यू एज अ मेंटर and I would be solving Eklavya ACE tests for you. So you would get to know कि हम एग्जाम हॉल में क्या अप्रोच रखते हैं, एग्जाम हॉल में हम कैसे एग्जामिनर के द्वारा सेट किए गए ट्रैप्स को ओवरकम करते हैं और करेक्ट आंसर पे पहुंचते हैं। सो फ्रेंड्स, विद दिस थैंक यू सो मच फॉर दिस प्रीलिम्स की बात, एंड आई होप टू सी यू अगेन in the classroom sessions and in the test series program. Thank you.